Hey guys, what's going on? It's Moltritz. Thank you for viewing this video and welcome to my channel. Today is weekly chat number 5. First things first, I want to thank everybody that just subscribed. We had a bunch of new subscribers come in, so thank you for that. I got myself onto the PTR, so now when I'm doing footage for my upcoming changes and patch information videos, I can have the video firsthand. I don't have to take it off from Wowhead. And also, I'll be able to find out finer details that a lot of times aren't included in the Wowhead description, such as if the quest is repeatable or if the reward offers other things than besides what they specifically show. Patch 7.1.5 is live. With that, we have Brawlers Guild and Nighthold Raid. Hopefully everybody's having a fun time on the Nighthold. Some of the bosses look amazing. I really like the Elisan fight. That has interesting mechanics. And the Gul'dan fight is really cool too. And I just like the fact that we finally get to face Gul'dan. And the time period or the timeline for Legion is moving along extremely quickly. Patch 7.2 is already on the PTR for everyone to play. There's a bunch of new things. First things first is the second tier of your artifact power abilities. So for right now you have your Paragon ability, which is basically the last trait, the 35th trait of the artifact weapon that you could just repeatedly drop artifact power into forever, like, I don't know, quite a few million before you get it capped out. Blizzard made a second tier of artifact power traits that you have to unlock through a quest chain in your class order hall. So all the points you spent in your Paragon ability are now going to be refunded once you unlock the second tier of traits, and you'll be able to respend those points into the new abilities. Blizzard says don't stockpile your artifact power because anything that's in your bag isn't going to be usable towards the second tier of traits. By not allowing you to spend your built-up artifact power, Blizzard's basically corralling you into playing a new spec, and what they realized they did at the beginning of Legion, they heavily focused people into specific specs. Like everybody was, I was gonna be a Guardian Druid or a Feral Druid, and because of how the artifact power system worked, you were right down that path from the beginning of the game. There was no changing that. So now, since patch 7.2 isn't quite out, and there's a lot of stuff going on, they want to give people more opportunity and more time to actually play their secondary spec so you can experience new aspects of the game. I got myself really corralled into being a Guardian tank, and I love tanking. I found out it was something I pushed myself to do because I wanted to start my raiding guild and get everybody rolling through Legion and have that nostalgia of actually enjoying the raids and getting everybody on time. And it didn't quite, like, getting everybody on time to raids, that is, and it didn't quite work out, but I'm not, like, really upset about it. Everybody kind of went their own way, and some people stopped playing at the beginning of Legion, and my server's kind of weird. Dark Spear isn't what it used to be for Alliance PvP. There is some big players still left on there, but just there's not that current player base, and a lot of things go cross servers, so people are moving away and aspects of the games change. So I want to go back to the roots where I used to PvP in Cataclysm. I'll link the montage of that in the description below. It's an unlisted video. I used to really enjoy that, so I'm going to start feral PvPing more. Hopefully I can make videos and actually start my way into the niche of World of Warcraft PvP on YouTube, because that's even more of a defined path. I'll always be doing patch note videos because that's the main source of views and the main source of information on my channel and like content that's worthy. Like there's content for information, then there's content for entertainment, and I always want to have information or something that you need so you guys come back and you check out the videos and you get value out of that, and it's not just for a pure entertainment purpose where you want to kick back for 10-15 minutes like most of my weekly chats are. I'd say that's more entertainment because we're just talking about different things and it's not you know, like specifically based on a patch or whatever. You could view it at any time relative. Like you could be watching this a year from now and still some of the stuff I was saying, besides, you know, patch 7.1, patch 7.2, but the things about the guild and about tanking or about being stuck on one specific spec would still ring true after all that time. In patch 7.2, they're changing how the prestige system works. So for prestige 0, like when you're first leveling up, your first 1 through 50, it's going to take about half of the honor that it takes now. So if you're above level 25, you would have already basically started into first prestige. They're not going to change that and instantly boost you. Like, let's say you're 25 now. They're not going to make you level 50 when the patch comes out, but they're going to decrease how much honor it takes from there to level 50 by half, if you understand what I'm saying. So currently I'm level 28, so I would have already been prestiged, but I'm not upset about that. I'm not going to ruffle my feathers. At least they're changing it, allowing people to catch up a little bit, and they said they didn't really math it out quite how they wanted to. It takes way too much honor to actually level up your first honor levels into the first prestige. There's a whole new set of artifact appearances coming with patch 7.2 also, where it's going to be a skill-based spec trial. Like for the bears, for my guardian, you're going to be able to turn into the werebear, the huge thing. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. I know you probably saw this where you have like jacked up forearms and it looks crazy. I definitely want to play that. I feel like that's going to change the aspect of how your bear feels, because they said it has its own unique animations, and that is always a big thing for me when things have specific animations. But back to the artifact appearance, you're gonna have to go on a quest chain or a quest line with your class hall to actually defeat something that's super hard. Like, it's gonna be very skill based, not just the normal kill 10 things and then go collect something here. Like, you're gonna have to like solo a boss, and it's actually going to be hard, but you're gonna unlock the skill based artifact appearance. And there's a bunch of them. They've been showing them. By far though, my favorite is what I call the werebear, the new guardian form. It just looks crazy. It looks like you know, you're just gonna tear some stuff up and flail your forearms around like a hawk maniac. Another thing that also has been a big point of controversy in Legion has been the legendary system. I've been back and forth on both sides of this issue through the launch so far with Legion. I thought that they're giving legendaries away too easily. Then I thought, you know what, maybe it's too hard, because the value of them changes to me. Originally, if you told me like it was a legendary, you had a legendary, it was something super rare, like that you wouldn't count on towards your stat base. So if it was a legendary, it was purely a bonus over what stats you should have. But with Legion, what changed is because of how the system with the RNG, the random number generator, and how the loot just works, they added legendaries into the normal loot table, and it becomes more of a thing of almost something you have to have. So this is why I've been on both sides of the issue, because I was always looking at it as, well, old school way, it would be something that you wouldn't need, it would just be a bonus, and now you have to have it. So my views have slowly changed about that issue. Do I think which one's right, which one's wrong? I wish they kept it old school where you don't need a legendary to be in the top rating guilds. Like, a legendary was to show that you completed that super hard stuff. But where I'm going with this, with the legendary talk, is crafted legendaries are coming to patch 7.2, where it's still going to be super hard to get, but you can craft them and get the items for it. It's not going to be a bunch of them. They're going to be super specific legendaries, but they are craftable, so it kind of takes the whole excitement, the feel, the randomness, the fact that they're supposed to be a legendary. And I've already heard Asmongold talk about this, and he said, if you're assuming it's going to be easy to get, then you're like, it's not. You know, it's not going to be easy to get, is what he's saying. Like, people are assuming it's going to be easy to get. And, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Like, what's the idea of it being a legendary? Couldn't you make a system where you just craft a really good epic? Like, what is the whole idea? What's the value? That's basically what I'm getting at. What's the value behind something being a legendary? Is it just a name now and the color? Does it not have its own prestige anymore? And that's pretty much where I was going with that. That's some of the changes that are happening with patch 7.2. There's a lot of things coming, and as you can see, it's easy to get flipped around between patch 7.1 and patch 7.2, because there's literally, I have notepads worth of information, like a full notepad of just stuff about patch 7.1 and patch 7.2. It's crazy. World of Warcraft is changing faster than ever. Like, the change that's happening now is basically almost like expansion to expansion. Like, what changes typically we would have seen when an expansion came out, like, just literally happens in patches now, or in hotfixes. The actual game is advancing very fast though, and that's what keeps me playing, because if I'm upset with something currently, I know the waters are always turning and things are always changing, and it's gonna look out for the better. Guys, this has been Moltritz with weekly chat number 5. I hope you enjoyed the theme of this video, how I edited it together. Sometimes that's a hard word to say, edited it. I hope you guys like how I edited the video together. I threw in the Overwatch and World of Warcraft. I put the custom intro in there. I like making these weekly chats like a little bit of a way for me to express my art form and have a little bit more creativity. Everybody have a great day. If you have any questions about any patch information coming out with World of Warcraft, please by all means click onto my channel and check it out. Everybody have a great day, take it easy, and peace off.